Hello my treasures, it's time for a new Hearthstone deck, this time centered around the new class that was introduced into Hearthstone. I know. A lot of people have been doing stuff with Death Knights, but I wanted to do my own little twist, especially on a Blood Death Knight, because that was a character I've made for quite a few years in World of Warcraft. And while this deck is centered mainly around getting as many Vampiric Bloods as humanly possible, or even as many Mograines as humanly possible, we do have a really large hand control package within the deck through cards like Mutanus, Patchwerk, and Theotar. Basically, if we can't outgrind their board, then we are also going to be trying to target their hand and their deck before they can play anything really frightening. For the Mulligan guide of the deck, you basically are going to be looking for any card that costs 3 or lower in this deck that isn't called Prince Renethal, Bran, or Zola the Gorgon. All of these cards allow you to either act as a early game removal tool, generate you additional cards so you can use them later, or draw you into other cards. Key cards in the deck are things like Vampiric Blood, which by turn 3 you should have enough corpses to actually use this at its full extent. Another card that might be really good, depending on what the matchup is something like Corpse Explosion or Blood Boil, as these will allow you to AoE board clear your opponent if you have enough corpses. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Alright, a game against a Death Knight, and I had plenty of games against this. Everyone, it feels like, is playing Death Knight right now. We're going to keep everything besides the School Teacher. His Amalgam on turn 4 is really nice, and if I don't screw this up, that is. And then the 3 cost is really nice if we do get any type of earlier game undead minion. I did make a little bit of a change from my initial theory craft of this list. I ended up cutting out the null or whatever the hell it was. That was a 1-drop, and adding in the 3-drop that draws a card when it's played and when it dies. That's the exact card that I was talking about that I ended up cutting out of the deck. I don't know if any of these replays are from that period, though. I think they're all later, so didn't have to worry about that too much. Also going to try to do something with the thumbnails where it is color-coded depending on what class that I'm actually playing. I don't know what the color for mercenaries necessarily will be, but we'll figure that out in the future. Just going to keep doing our hero power, might as well. Heart Strike. Just going to kill this instantly. That triggers the Vampiric Blood. I don't know how many games it took me to realize this also drew me a card. But it's a nice little extra thing the card does if you do have enough corpses for it. Okay, perfect. We can generate even more corpses with our Soul Seeker. I think it's called Soul Seeker. Oh, Soul Breaker. Similar, but not the same. Okay, we can just place this down, kill the minion, draw a weapon, getting the Corrupted Ashbringer, nice for later. It does look like this is going to be Blood DK. I didn't know if you guys would have liked to see multiple DK matches, just because of the fact that there is a wide variety of Death Knight decks right now. We're just going to go face, use Amalgam, see what we can grab. Oh, Bone Digger is probably the better one to grab. We can also just go face since we do have a weapon to back us up. We're at 6 mana. They kill either our minions. We do get the discount on our 3 cost, which is really nice. Oh, Gnome Muncher. Now, that is a card. I think I said this in the other video that I've already put out. Oh, I really wanted to go for the Vampiric Blood, but we'll go for the real nice answer. Let's see if we can randomly... would have really liked a Soul Breaker right about there. It was a 50-50 shot to get what we really wanted, but still fine. Well, they used their second charge of Soul Seeker, which is alright. Ooh, perfect. Can we get anything cool? Oh, I like all 3 of these options. I wish I had a little bit extra room for a Deathbringer in this deck in particular, because it would be really nice. Whenever I played against it, it felt a lot better than it originally looked to be. If you have ways to duplicate it, it might be even better, especially if you can get some ways to increase your HP pool. And the fact that no Muncher actually... Let's do a 50-50. Or, oh, we did not get the... We do have the hero power here, though. Curious of what we got. Oh, Jailer. Wait, someone's actually running the Jailer in Lich King? That's a interesting twist, I guess. I mean, there is enough big minions where that shouldn't matter that much. Oh, and you could use Vampiric Blood to increase your HP pool to make the fatigue not as big of a deal. Huh. I guess that would be a fun little Jailer deck to try out in the future. I don't know if it's going to be a Jailer deck I try out in the future. Oh, perfect. The second patches. Come on, let's eat something really cool. Oh, Soul Stealer. Pretty nice. Oh, and Sire Denathrius. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, so what big threats in that deck do they have left? I'm assuming Mograine. Probably a Patches of their own. Or Patchwerk. C8 doesn't really do much, but that's still fine. Glacial Advance. Oh, okay. That's still fine. We could use the 2 Blood Boils of our own. I don't think we need to. Let's see what we randomly... Oh, Vampiric Blood. Exactly what we want to see. Well, not technically exactly, but I do want... Oh, I should have went for Vampiric. I probably shouldn't have went for the draw too. Oh, I mean, we do need to unbrick our hand a little bit, I guess. Would have preferred to have the additional HP just because I like the meme of trying to get as much HP as humanly possible. I think 70 or 80 was the max that I've gotten so far, which was a lot higher than... Oh, I'll take a third Patchwerk. Why the hell not? Come on, eat something out of their hand. For Prince... Okay. Anything cool? Oh, Brand. That is actually kind of cool. Oh, there goes our patches again. Okay, Theotar's offline. We do have a lot of cards online in our hand for when they decide to play down a wide board. Okay, Brand. Oh, unless they top deck something really good, they can't get rid of Brand right away. Army of the Dead is probably the better bet. Do we have enough? Oh, we do have enough mana to do this. We can't spend 5, get 5, put a AoE buff on everything. As long as they don't have a Soul Taker or Corpse Explosion, we should be fine. Oh, that could actually do it, depending on what they randomly generate. Blood Boil. Oh, technically not enough. It does heal them up to 50. Soul Taker is a breaker. There's too many cards with Soul in their name that are very, very close to each other. And let's just kill one of these off. The reason I'm doing it like that is so we don't heal them up for additional 2. And then we can just use our hero power to go face, gets us another corpse. We have 5 corpses right now. 5 more are basically on the way, or 6 more. Rune Forging, I don't think that's going to get you what you want. Or they're just going to go face. Oh, Soul Taker. You going to go after the Brand or my face? Okay, you're going after my face. On cool top. Oh, Vampiric Blood categorizes as a real nice top deck. Let's just use it. School Teacher. Okay. Let's just go Icy Touch. Why not? Oh, we still have double. Oh, this is even funnier because both of these will get double cast off too. So now we're a Frost DK. Game we're going to lose Brand next turn, but it's fine. Don't know why they're sticking around in this game. What could they possibly have as a win condition that would beat us out? Because we should have like 60, maybe 70 HP. Oh, and our Blood Boil. That is not going to be fun to deal with. Well, there goes most of our board. There is a really dumb play and a really smart play that we could do. Let's just kill that. That draws them a card. Let's try to steal it. Oh, that's actually a real fun card to get. And giving them that does really nothing to them or for them. Oh, that could do something though. That is a really, really nice top deck. If I had some additional room, this 8-drop that we just got from them, I would probably put it in the deck. Because there are games where it just feels like if you have a wall of taunts, that you'd be in a way better position. But I already like the other 8-drop because it just gets rid of everything on the board and gives us resources so we can use it as control. Okay, that was probably not the best thing they could have generated there. Well, we now have a board. Let's actually just let's destroy the board after we attack with the ghoul. We're gonna get a corpse either way. Don't know why I decided to do it like that, but it's still fine. Of course, vampiric blood. They're up to probably like 60 max HP. Mograine. Okay. Don't think we're going to need him this game, but this board is looking really, really nice right about. Oh, maybe not. I wonder if they're going to have a. They might need to tone down that animation a little bit because it is a little bit flashy, in my opinion. Now we have 2 of these going online. We don't have the brand, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's still fine. Corpse explosion number 2. Do they get everything here? Yes, they do. They still have 10 corpses, or 11 now. Well, I guess we just put down Mograine again, and then put down Prince. Pass it back. That's 6 more damage. You sticking around, bud? What are you searching for in that deck? We've destroyed everything that you could have wanted. Were you just hoping to outgrind me with more HP? Can't be that, right? Well, I guess maybe. Well, okay then. Okay, time for a game against Warrior. Probably going to be Enrage Warrior since that is really the only deck that got a lot of support. I mean, Taunt did too, but I did a little bit of testing with Taunt Warrior and it did not feel as good as I was hoping. But we shall try it out again in a week or 2 when I feel like it. This Mulligan honestly isn't the worst that I've ever seen, but at the same time, it really doesn't do us much. Sure, it does draw us into a weapon right away, but outside, of course, we're going to draw into the second one of those. Well, that isn't the weapon that I wanted to see. I would have preferred to see the lower cost weapon, but it is what it is. Okay, they're going to coin out something. Ooh, I don't know if we can deal with that yet. Oh, perfect. So we use the Rune Forge. We're guaranteed the weapon, but we can just go face, do 1 damage, and the next turn discount it, and then still get it. Who knows, maybe we'll top deck into our 3rd weapon. We only run 4 in the deck. You never know. Oh shit, I forgot Frostmourne was a card too. Maybe that's something to try to build around. That does require your opponent to have a lot of things. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. Doesn't do exactly what we need right now. We're just going to pass the turn. Now we can go face 2. Okay, Imbued Axe doesn't do anything they want yet. But something in their hand is about to get really, really big, and that's going to be... Oh, maybe not. We could just kill this and then pass the turn. I was going to attack into one of those, but that does prevent us from buffing up their hand by quite a lot more. That was actually a really, really nice top deck, to be honest. Ooh, how do we want to deal with this? I think I'm going to accidentally attack into the wrong thing here, but you never know. Maybe I was smart enough and didn't lose out on that 1 damage. Perfect. We did attack the wrong thing. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but it is what it is. We could also have used that to actually trigger the dead in our hand, but that's fine too. Okay, Weapon Expert actually is probably one of the better things that could have been, because it does put us in range with the Corrupted Ashbringers. Ooh, Obliterate would also work, but let's just attack with this. We're going to heal for 5 out of the 6 damage, so we don't even lose that much. Okay, they're going to put up a taunt wall. Curious that they're actually running that in this, but I'm not going to question it. We can just explode the board, go face, and then next turn we can put down our second weapon. Oh, 2 more. Okay. Be a little bit worse, but it's still fine. For now, at least. Okay. Damage, doesn't buff up anything. Ooh, that 4 durability is a little bit annoying now that I'm looking at it. Let's just use Obliterate, get rid of everything on board before they can do anything that could harm us real bad. Blooded Knight. That is an interesting card for that deck. Not something I would have necessarily wanted to run. Of course, it's going to just do... Oh, perfect top deck. Let's just eat something in their hand. Come on, can we get anything cool? I really wish the animation for that was a little bit better, especially what you took out of their hand. Because as it currently stands, you can't really see. I mean, you can if it gets played against you, but you can't when it isn't. Or when it's on your side. You have to hover over the side, which is a little bit frustrating. Armor up. Oh, that has 4 attack on it too. We do have a lot of HP, so I'm not too worried about it. Might as well put down the Mutanus just to put it down. See if we can eat anything up. Oh, wow, they actually have no minions in hand. That is interesting. Was kind of hoping that they would. We've been in a worse position. We have Sire in hand. We have a lot of things that could do a lot of damage to them really, really quickly. Just armoring up a little bit. Okay, that doesn't really do much. Of course, they top decked a minion after we played down the Mutanus. That is, of course, how it's always going to work, right? How big is our Sire is the real question here. Okay, they're just going to buff that up. Soul Stealer. I mean, let's just ping that, hit it like this, and then generate something random. Come on, something cool. Rune Forging gets the last weapon out of our deck, but Asphyxiate actually helps us for next turn, or whenever they play down a really big minion. Okay, Rukara doesn't really do much for them in this situation, but I'm curious that they're trying to use that, but I'm not going to question them. Okay, okay. They don't have any fire spells to trigger the Sun Fury, which is a little bit strange they put it down on the board. Oh, that could be real fun. Let's see what we get. Oh, I mean, there's a meme answer and there's the correct answer. I really like the meme answer. We're so far ahead that it doesn't really matter that much. Probably should have done that in the opposite order, but still fine. Come on, finish off the Bone Lord. You know you wanna. Well, fun fact about that card, I actually opened up a golden one of those in the 70-ish packs that I did off stream or off video. I don't really have a use for it, but I did open up a golden one. Maybe trying to make a elemental Enrage warrior would be a fun idea to play around with to try to use that. Let's just go face. Face again. Soul Stealer. Might as well eat everything up. That is a beautiful animation. I really like it. Oh, that actually is a beautiful artwork for just an egg on the board. Is it when you cast one fire spell that it actually does something? Aw, they're just going to suicide into us. Well, I guess we win. Would have loved to put the Sire down, though. Okay, okay. So, a game against Rogue. They're actually not Beef Rogue, it looks like. Oh, that probably means they're just going to be Miracle. Might be a little bit annoying. I'm going to keep the Heart Strike. Probably should have kept the Corpse Explosion. Or was that Blood Flail? Vampiric Blood, not bad, though. Just going to pass it back to them. There's the Corpse Explosion. Just going to use our hero power, hit their face, pass it back. Okay, so Concoction Rogue. That is a deck that I wanted to try out, but there's been other classes and such that I wanted to try out first. Sadly, to report that my Hunter deck that I had planned out, that I was actually really proud of, did not work so well. I might, when I'm not in such a big rush to try to get all these videos out of the way before my little bit of a vacation this weekend, go back to it in the future. But for right now, I think Monday's video is going to be Questline Demon Hunter, which is kind of funny because I think that was the last Demon Hunter deck I put out too. But I swear, It's for good reason. Outcast is really good in Questline Demon Hunter. Just need to finick around with some of the ratios a little bit more. I think having some other type of draw power outside of Peasant might be a lot better, to be honest. But we'll see. I'll try to figure that out before I upload it on Monday. There's the coin. They're going to start to go off. If only we actually had the coin in our hand. So we have Patchwerk. Patchwerk is really good at countering this deck. We also do have the Corpse Explosion if we really need to. Doesn't look like they're going to be putting anything down anytime soon, though. Okay, Frost Wolf. For some reason, we can just kill that and then just go face. Really curious of what they're up to. I'm assuming they're just filling their hand with a bunch of things and hoping that we don't have any type of answers to deal with any of it. Just going to hit their face again and pass it back, getting an additional corpse. Okay, so they are Concoction Road, at least for now. Maybe this is a different replay than I thought it was. I mean, it doesn't matter in the end. I think this was still a really good game to show off the control package in this deck. A Dagger Mastery. School Teacher could be really funny depending on what we can randomly generate. And we get nothing that I really care too much about. Glacial Advance is decent. Isn't technically what I want to see, but it's still better than nothing. And we can just go face. Keep the 1-2 up. It doesn't really do much. Mix Concoction. What does that do? Oh, it's just gonna get rid of our minion. That's fine. I think that does allow us to play down the 3-drop that gives us a spell and get a discount on it. I could be wrong. Oh, no, it won't because that was a School Teacher. Oh, we can use Glacial Advance. Get rid of the 1-2. Play down the Patchwerk. Come on, get something cool out of their hand. Or their deck. Mailbox Dancer. Oh, what was that? Psychic Fiend? I don't know how useful that actually is going to be for them. I also thought the Concoction didn't randomly generate a card to your hand. I thought it gave it to you on the board. I guess not. Concoction number 2. There's the Sinstone Graveyard that I was expecting. Because every rogue is running that card for some dumb reason. Well, I guess it isn't really a dumb reason per se, but you know. There's the Mailbox Dancer. Now, can we... There's a few things that we could do. We have quite a few different options when it comes to removal. Of course, Prince Serenithal. Well, let's just see what we get here. Oh, let's go with the Vampiric Blood. Gotta love the free 10 additional HP. School Teacher number 2 is really, really tempting. Well, we can just Hero Power, go face again. We poked their face 7 times across 9 turns, so, I mean, still not bad. Okay, Sinstone Graveyard, come on, overextend. I know you wanna. That is Rogue's MO in a nutshell. You just overextend 1 turn, and then we go off. I really wish Ghostly Strike had some additional support.
I know all the steps.
No. Okay. They're just going to bounce everything back. Come on. Yes, overextend. Just a little bit more. We have 57 HP. I don't care if you get a huge weapon. We should be fine. Okay, come on, just get through it all. Taking your sweet time. Okay, perfect. I don't care about that. Just hit both graveyards. That's all I need to see. Come on. The second graveyard. Come on. Yeah. The animation took a little bit long, but still fine. Let's do Soul Stealer. Kill everything. And hit their face once again. Okay. Potion Master. That's still fine. Oh, we finally did some damage to their face that wasn't through a hero power. Ooh, Mutanus. Don't know if you're needed there, buddy, but I'll take the additional HP. Let's see what we get off of School Teacher. That does not kill. Oh no, it does. We can point out. Use the Frost Strike. Come on, give us something cool. Frostworm, pretty nice. At least in this scenario, because their main damage is going to be through that weapon. And we can freeze out their board if they do play down a bunch of things and go for their OTK again, but we'll see how that turns out. I think Sire is a little bit too late, but let's put down the Mograine, use the Zola, get additional copy, go face for 5, pass it back to them. Rated Bone Spike. Are they going? There isn't much they could do here unless they had scabs to bounce everything back, because they are at 5 HP. I wonder if that deck actually runs scabs or not. Well, let's just put down the second Mograine and call it a day.
For the wars to come.
This down and swipe twice. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, for day 1 Theorycraft, this deck turned out incredibly well. I had around a 70% win rate across the 20 games I played with the deck, which was much higher than I originally expected, because it turns out this deck actually farms a lot of the other DK decks that exist currently in the game, because you are going to be stealing away their win conditions before they can even place them down through things like Mutanus, Patches, or any of the other cards that allow you to deal with their hand or deck before they become an actual threat. You also can outgrind them because you do have a lot of Vampiric Bloods and ways to generate additional Vampiric Bloods. You also have ways to just tick away at your opponent's HP through all the Mograines that you can randomly generate in this deck. There's just a lot of really neat possibilities with this version of the deck that I honestly cannot recommend this deck enough. Sure, I know it's a day 1 deck, but it did feel incredibly good, and most of the cards in here don't feel really that bad to draw out. This is probably one of the best control decks that has existed in quite a long time, as it has so many early game removal tools and so many ways to just deal with your opponent. So, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.